Why are you still doing this? Do you not get tired of being in senseless drama? Listen, man, I feel like stuff like this, I looked into this a little bit beforehand, so I have a general idea what's going on. It is like senseless drama, to be honest with you. That's how I would say this is what this is. But the problem is being influenced by a very toxic Twitter sphere. And people aren't having the right conversation, right? That's the problem. And so I'm just trying to bring a little bit of like a real world perspective on what's going on in this situation. Because ultimately, if we really think about it, everybody's honestly kind of the victim of the Twitter meltdown sphere, okay? I remember what it's like to be like a normal person on the internet before I came to the internet, and like, I don't know, it's crazy now. This place is crazy. But let's start this. Let me start this right now. So we had this girl who leveraged another accusation, and she's saying that, like, here's the thing. We're going to go right for the age thing. This is her date of birth, February 17th, 2004. This is Dream's date of birth, August 12th, 1999. I put it in a calculator because I am old, right? And so the age difference is 4 years, 6 months, and 5 days. I don't see a huge problem here. Maybe a little inappropriate. I think it's fair for you to say I think it's a little inappropriate. I think it's fair to say we should have a conversation about power dynamics and like rich people or famous people. But I think that everybody's coming at the situation as if this is some kind of like predatory scenario, and like we need to stop with that because I very highly doubt that. I think at worst, you know, and also Dream's from Florida, and the age of consent in Florida is like 16. It's a little sussy down there. I'm not saying that makes it okay what happened, but what I'm saying is that like there's a Romeo and Juliet clause in like every state, and unfortunately people grow up in their states. What about the seconds? Yeah, I don't know. Jesus, you guys are too based. People unfortunately people grow up in their own state, and you know that's where you learn to be a person. So we really need to talk about more advocacy on changing the rules in individual states. You know, once you kind of get into the online sphere, you start changing on your perspective and understanding things a little bit better. But yeah, so let's read through his TwitLonger first. This is apparently before everything dropped, so we'll read this first. Yes, this is October 15th, or maybe this is today. Somebody said it was from before she came forward, but I feel like that might not be true. So we'll just read this first. I'm sorry for the late post and reply. I know it has been overwhelming and that the uncertainty is horrible in situations like this. I have been in a lot of scheduled meetings for the first time in my life this week, and I've had so little time to check at the internet that I actually, excuse myself to use the bathroom during a meeting to check what is happening online. But I'm trying to write this post before my fight to get truthful information out there. I'm going to be extremely specific and straightforward as it is a sensitive topic that I am taking seriously, and clarify on what is true and what isn't. The best thing I can do and what I want to do is always be 100% transparent when it comes to something as important as this. Yesterday, a thread was posted that had screenshots of Twitter DMs for me from 2020. I believe these DMs are real. In the DMs, there are no inappropriate comments whatsoever. It was just a friendly conversation in these screenshots. Them being 18 years old mentioned in their bio, and I also very clearly asked for them for age. I did not act inappropriately with this person, and any attempt to equate these messages to grooming is not only disgusting, but is insulting to victims who actually experience grooming. True. It's interesting because grooming is people are so bizarre when it comes to grooming. Because oh my god. To do this real quick. Hold on. Okay. Really quick. So when I reference Florida, the Romeo and Juliet laws in Florida, like that's what I'm referring to. Jesus Christ. Sorry, I should have been more explicit about that. So the Romeo and Juliet's in Florida is like a 4-year age gap. That's what I was referring to more than anything else. So sorry for that. Sorry for that inaccuracy there. My bad, guys. Anyway, grooming is much more than like I talk to somebody of an inappropriate age range. It's a very intentional, methodical process of setting somebody up for sexual exploitation, right? Intentionally, right? You know, the reality is like even if a 40-year-old sleeps with like a 12-year-old, it doesn't necessarily make it grooming. Well, really sexually assault a 12-year-old, but you know what I mean? Like that is an additional thing on top of something else, right? No, it's okay. I'd rather be accurate. Thank you. Grooming is like the process of setting somebody up for the sexual exploitation, right? So we need to stop just using the word grooming every 3 seconds. That's like way too intense of a word to be using. But I don't know if I can really blame her, because this is what the internet does. Everything is a groom. Everybody's grooming. 19-year-olds can groom 17-year-olds now, according to the internet. It's insane. Yeah, like there are tactics. Like a lot of the tactics revolve around separating people from, like isolating people from other people and making it so that like you're their only person that they can talk to. Things like that. It gets like so crazy. Part of this thread includes cringy flirt text messages, again, when they were 18, that were supposedly from me, because it says that it is from their contacts when they go up to my TikTok. This is impossible since I use Google Voice number on my TikTok account, which doesn't have the ability to iMessage. The other information is false, and this has been an unfortunate blow up and something that simply isn't. Regardless, she was 18 and had 18 publicly available in her Twitter bio. Okay, well, did she do that? Okay, I guess so. The second thread had Instagram DMs from me, having friendly, normal conversation and nothing inappropriate. I believe these messages are real as well. Once again, she was 18 years old. She says she was 18 years old and even had a boyfriend when she was actually friendly with me. Oh, no. Yeah, R. Kelly was like a legitimate, you know. This being warped into me being a groomer, and the fact that she is and was 18 is scary and sad, and a huge reason as to why it is so hard to interact with one-on-one with anybody online as a creator. That's kind of true, especially people from within your communities. I did not engage inappropriately with her, and anything said otherwise is completely false. As far as I have seen, she was involved with leaked tweet. I don't know what that is. Leaked twit. I don't know what that is. And so was the first poster's boyfriend, which seems to be a trend in situations like these, but it's mostly been contained to their side of the internet, other than during big moments like the face reveal or majority streams. Yeah, bro, isn't that crazy though? Once he did a face reveal, all of a sudden this girl's coming out against him. Maybe it's because he looks weird. I don't know. It's kind of bizarre though. Having such a deep obsession towards somebody to look deeply into their family, friends, and personal life, or making up relationships or friendships in your head is one of the biggest reasons parasocial relationships can become so dangerous. It's also one of the reasons why creators need to be as responsible as they can be and be careful when they interact with anybody. That part's true. There's probably a conversation to have about influencers talking to their fans, because they should be able to, fundamentally. Because like, who else are you going to date? Only famous people? But there's probably a conversation about like when you should and like how you should interact with other people. You know, it's just one of it's one of the things, like there's no handbook on how to properly interact as like a famous person anymore. You know what I mean? It's tough. You know, I've always done my absolute best to make sure that no one is ever uncomfortable with the way that I treat them. Publicly or privately, and make an effort to make amends. If I ever do something that someone doesn't like, I also always make sure to have someone else have access to my public Snapchat. And 2020 had them completely run the account while sending me art and cool messages before discontinuing it for a while. As for why I think this is happening now, I recently made the decision to not use my old Snapchat and to make a new Snapchat that I only have the people that I actually am friends with on and actively talk on. And this seems to have potentially struck a chord of people I just casually talk with for not talking with them anymore. Okay, so what he's saying here, is he may have deleted his old Snapchat and then everybody took offense to it. This actually gotta make sense. I mean, I guess I've been in that scenario. If somebody feels like you block them, or you do block them, or you delete your Snapchat, I guess she must have taken it personally, and maybe that's why she decided to come forward, because she felt like it was a slap in the face. Yikes. Okay, that seems like a motive. One of the reasons I made the decision is because someone I knew when I was first making content completely lied about how close we were and used friendly DMs to tie into their unhealthy fantasy. I have almost completely stopped replying to DMs from fans, random people, and old friends due to situations like this, and out of fear of stuff that has happened in my past to my friends and those close to me. My team has had access to my social media accounts as long as I can remember, in an effort to always stay on the side of caution given the size of my platform and inevitable falsely spread situations like this. You know, this makes sense. Yeah, me marrying my wife was bad because I'm rich and famous. Well, I'm not rich and famous, and my wife and I started dating when we were both made like around the same amount of money. So don't worry, the power dynamic isn't there. But isn't that crazy though? Isn't that crazy though? Because that would be an argument there. That would be an argument there. Is like any type of power dynamic that exists in any capacity. All of a sudden, like, oh, you can't date them. That's why these conversations get like are pretty crazy. Just because a power dynamic exists doesn't mean that it's instantly abused. For me, I would say that the only way that it would become some kind of abuse is if he leverages it against them. If he's like, oh, I can make you a big creator if you interact with me, or oh, I'll destroy your career if you don't interact with me. Those are like times where he's leveraging his his power against somebody. Let's see. Face other. Okay, where was I at? We'll start here. My team has had access to my social media accounts for as long as I can remember, in an effort to always stay on the side of caution, given the size of my platform and inevitable falsely spread situations like this. This has all become so much more real and scary now that my face is out there for people to see, and I need to address this. Needed to address this all. I will also, based on your advice, pursue legal action towards people using my name to spread disinformation, or those that are misinterpreting facts, lying, faking things, or falsely abusing my name. Okay. My heart goes out to actual victims of pedophilia and grooming. Either way, just so you guys know, this wouldn't be pedophilia, like, regardless. Anyway, and again, I'm extremely sorry that it took as long as it did for me to reply. I wanted to make sure I include everything. This is all of the information I have, but like past situations involving me. I know people are going to run with whatever fits their narrative best. If this isn't enough, at least we are on the same level of knowing. I hope everyone gets some rest and tries to step back from everything, as it can all be super overwhelming. That is definitely what I need to do, and I need to sleep for the first time in 10 days. It was amazing meeting so many of you at TwitchCon, and I'm trying my best to stay positive. Wow, what a beautiful story. Okay. Cool. Well, there you go. That's his telling. Now we can go through her thread. She has this page here where she has a bunch of... Jesus, I guess this goes down pretty far. Like we already had established, they have a 4-year age gap, which generally falls in line with like Romeo and Juliet laws in every state. I think that there's definitely a conversation about like whether it is or isn't appropriate. That's fine. But like the idea of grooming is intentional predatory behavior. At the worst, this is an unintentional, inappropriate behavior from Dream. And it's not something that he needs to be canceled for. All right. Hot take. She didn't develop some kind of a trauma from this situation. Like, I'm not trying to be rude. Okay? That's not me telling her. Like, it doesn't mean that she doesn't feel yucky. She might feel yucky about it. You know? But, like, you'd be surprised how many, like, I've talked to women that were like, yeah, when I was, like, 15 or 16, I talked to, like, a 25-year-old guy. And I was like, oh, it was, like, at the time I thought it was so cool because he was older. And then I grew up and I was like, oh, yuck, that was gross. Right? It's unfortunate, you know? That's why, obviously, we have to teach people in general to try not to talk to older people. But, again, I don't think that this is, like, this predatory situation at all. Yeah, Dream didn't should be canceled, yeah, for sure, yeah. You know, yeah, they feel yucky. That's the feeling that a lot of women feel. Like, ask like an older woman. They probably been in a situation where they talked to like an older guy when they were younger, and they feel yucky about it. Like, oh, I wish I didn't do that. Yuck. But you know, that situation doesn't create a trauma unless something else had happened with it, like something much deeper, like in person usually. So yeah, again, I think that this comes down to like the online narrative. Anyway. This is... Let's start reading some of this stuff. What does this say? Here's my evidence. I was 17. He sent me a picture of his pee-pee and a nut pic to me. He told me he has the chest full of toys. Okay. I don't know if is that true? That would be very weird. You should never be buying toys and having like reserved toys for a bunch of girls. They don't like sharing toys. I didn't save the messages on Snap because I wanted him to trust me because he was my favorite YouTuber sexting me, which is exactly what groomers do. Well, I don't know if that's true, but let's see what we said. Let's say what we got here. Let's actually see what we have here. It's okay. I'm the opposite. I like to. I think. Oh my god, I'm the opposite. I think I enjoy like Daniel Caesar and Frank Ocean vibes. They're talking about music. They added on Snap. Okay, just face reveal already. Makes sense. Okay, where's the top of this message? Like, why don't you start from the top? What is happening here? Okay, it's mostly just them. My Snapchat was banned. I have no friends. How are you? The fuck does Snapchat? How the fuck does Snapchat ban? Pretty positive it's because I posted a video of me something, but all of my memories from what? Oh, memory official. Okay, she posted a video of her smoking, so they banned her Snapchat. Okay. His dreams on the left, right? I don't really have one. I don't really use Insta much. If I had to pick, I'd just say rap. As they're talking about music. Yeah, this is just I'm talking about music. Who cares? Like I don't care. Like none of this matters to me. Okay, so this is like nothing. Then there's some stuff here. You're gorgeous as fuck. Oh my god. February 18th. What year? Was that when she turned 18? Whatever. Again, the 4-year age gap. I'm not really shitting my pants over it. Okay. Outfit's gorgeous. Yo, what? Thank you. There's a good Mexican place. They were both saving the messages. Is that what that means? Why would you both save it? Okay. Couple of stuff from her. He was replying to her stories. Isn't that how it works? Okay. That's nothing there. What is this? Oh, these are just like I read through some of this stuff. Here's a list of okay, the victim brought up every piece of evidence that she could find for like 2 years back, and your responses make it sound like a big inconvenience to you. What? This is just some of the bad things Carson did. He called, let's see, calling minors to get harassed by his fans, naming black creators Tyrone, calling vegan a disability. Sounds like we're just compiling everything out of context. Calling vegans a disability. Said of Mexicans like tacos and drugs, speaking in Spanish, main head of the KKK, and Osama bin Laden claimed it was a fake despite it being proven, blah, 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 blah. It sounds like some bad stuff that some stuff is bad, some stuff doesn't matter, and some of it's pearl clutching. None of this is verifiable. I don't really care about it. It's just like a bunch, it's just words. Oh, they did this thing. People do this to stuff people all the time when they don't like them. Is like intentionally take what they said or what happened to them out of context. Like, what am I supposed? You need more than just like, hey, you know, he put his dick in a dog. It's like I don't know what that means. Okay, here we go. Here's your original TikTok, guys. Here we go.
Hi, I am not happy to be making this video, but I'm Amanda, and you might know me as one of the girls that was groomed by Dream. Well, I do not blame anyone for not believing me. I wouldn't believe it either. I was a Dream stan, and that is why this happened. The Instagram DMs go from September 23rd, 2020 up until the beginning of January. Okay. When he added me on his Snapchat. I don't know how to make you
okay, you guys are talking.
guys believe that this is real, but this is his account. This is the Dream account. This is him.
Okay.
You hit messages, it's him.
Okay.
You hit the top here, it's him. There's no editing this. This is real shit.
Okay.
A DM.
All right. Hi. The chances of you seeing this are very slim, but I wanted to let you know that your content makes me so happy. I've been really depressed lately. All that's going on in the world and in my life, and your videos give me one more reason to stay. You know how people type LMAO and don't actually laugh. I actually sit in bed laughing when I'm watching you. That means a lot. Love you, Dream. Amanda. Wow. So that's September 23rd, 2020. Wait, I need the age calculator. I need the age calculator. No, wait, what is it called? Age difference calculator. Okay, so it's her birthday. I gotta put it in. All right, hold on. So it says, I do so bad with these, I'm just gonna do it like this. So we're talking about September 23rd. This is 2020 when she messaged him. And then what was her birthday again? Her birthday was, I think it was February 17th, 2004. Okay. All right, so I think is she 16 at this point? Did I get that right? Did I get that correct? Is my math correct here? So I guess he's 20 at this point. Is that what she's saying? When she reached out to him, right? Did I get that correct? Let me go scroll down and find her age really quick, or up. Let me find this. She posted what her age is. Yeah, 2004. Okay, I guess so. So she's like 16 and a half or something, I guess, at this point. All right.
Hi.
And then, dude, Dream's age now. Well, I know that they're like 4 years and change apart, so. Okay, all right, you know. August 12th. Yeah, I mean, like, again, they're within that 4-year age gap. It's not ideal. I think it's inappropriate, but I don't think that this is something that we need to have a meltdown about. I think that, like, we could just educate this guy and be like, hey, this isn't good. Yeah. Okay.
Me telling him how much of like a supporter I have been and how much he makes me happy. And it started off very wholesome.
Sure.
We get down here to January. He tells me to add him on Snap, Dream Clay.
All right, so I think she's still 16 here.
I was a fan, so I already had him on the Dream Public Snapchat. We all know that's his public Snapchat is Dream Public.
Oh, yeah, I'm not saying, well, first of all, 16 and 20 is protected in like every state. So even if I think it's inappropriate, we have to realize that the law isn't on your side. Just so you to understand. Right? So again, there's a difference between being inappropriate versus being predatory. This is the conversation we're having. Not everything that somebody does wrong needs to be intentionally wrong. Okay? I think it's inappropriate. I don't think that Dream's a bad person for it. This is one of those things where you're like, hey, Dream, you shouldn't be fucking around. You shouldn't be playing it so close to home on these ages. We don't need to have a meltdown about all this. We don't need to call Dream a fucking groomer because he's not. It's as simple as like, yo, that was inappropriate. You shouldn't be doing that. And then he'll stop. I would guarantee you he'll probably stop the behavior. And this is like, that's it. That's the desired goal. Right? So.
That's his private Dream Clay. He told me to add him on it, so I added him.
Cool.
That's when everything starts to take off. And if you're questioning the gap between 2020 and 2021, like the end of 2021 into 2022, it's because I had a boyfriend, so I stopped messaging him.
Okay.
So the first first snap. Hi, I am not happy.
Shut up.
Chat is January 17th. Got that 500 snap score.
So it's still in 2020.
And then you can clearly tell that from the 17th to my birthday, I didn't save any messages. Okay. And this is because I wanted him to trust me. I thought that I was genuinely building.
Wait, hold on.
And this is because I wanted him.
Wait, I mean, I didn't even think about this. Did he even know her fucking age? Like, at what point did they establish the age? Because, like, did you tell him that you were only so old? Like, where do we establish the age? Because didn't he claim that she said she was 18? I mean, listen, I think that you need to listen. I feel like, you know, you should make sure you got to try to make sure you ask for age, and girls, everybody make sure you ask for age. But like, if they didn't know, I'm not gonna have a meltdown about it, right? And then the question is, did she actively lie about her age? Like, I don't really know. To my birthday, I didn't save any messages. And this is because I wanted him to trust me. I thought that I was genuinely building a bond with my favorite YouTuber. And boy, was I wrong. Maybe you did, though. Maybe he was like actually like trying to talk to you a little bit because he thought you were cute, and then it just didn't work out. Like, honestly, like, what if this guy slid in? Well, no, she slid in, but what if he talked to her a little bit here and there, and then he's like, okay, I think this girl's like of a particular age. Yeah, her Dream said her bio said 18. I can't prove that either, but like, let's say he slid in and like he didn't know that she was like, well, first of all, she's within like an age gap that's considered legal generally, even if I don't agree with it. So I wouldn't call it predatory. But let's say he slid in and she's like, yeah, I'm fucking 18 or whatever. I'm older than I actually am. And then they started talking and it just didn't work out because they weren't compatible. Like, why does it have to be, why does he have to just be using her? Like, what happened to just dating? What if he was just trying to like actually date this person and it just didn't work out? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. You got your math wrong, brother. You said if she was born in 2004, then she was 14 in 2020. That is not the right math. It would be 16. Thank you. That's what grooming is. Content creators make you feel important and take stuff out of you because they know that you're not going to do anything. What do you mean make you feel important? Like, how did he, like, what do you mean? What did he say? Hey, like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, if he said, oh, you're beautiful, that doesn't mean that, like, the content creator made me feel important by calling me beautiful. No, people will do that. People will make you feel important by calling you beautiful, right? So it doesn't mean the content creation isn't necessarily a factor here, for him at least. For you, it might be.
The only reason I'm speaking up about this is because someone else did, or else I never would be posting any of this.
Okay.
So from the 17th...
I feel bad for our the younger generation, because they think that they're right. This girl actually thinks that she's correct. This is crazy.
To maybe February 10th is the...
Because like a very, very powerful online social narratives are literally grooming her into thinking that she was groomed by someone else. I'm just being honest, bro. These fucking super, like, I guess, pervasive social narratives are really just fucking destroying people. This is crazy. Like, and I don't want to shit on this girl because I think that she believes this. This is the worst part.
Time frame where we were sexting.
All right.
He sent me a picture of his penis.
Okay. Was it nice?
And he sent me a picture of him nutting.
You use the word nutting. It just comes off as really bizarre. Maybe he did. How did he know how old you were? Did you mutually engage? Like, I don't know, man. Like, you know what I mean? I don't, like, what? There's nothing here, man. Okay, by the way, I fully believe you, but I just wanted to say if you wanted to strengthen your argument, you should post a tweet of you opening and closing Instagram. Okay? Alright, you should charge your phone, bro. 6%. Jesus Christ. Just a small town girl. Dream. Okay. There's Dream. Very pogger. Okay. Cool. I wish... okay. I'm just looking through these. Wait, we got
my birthday.
Hey, stop!
I didn't save
What's
any
happening?
Messages.
That was weird. Sorry, I didn't know what was playing there. Okay, I want to see something though. Okay, so we open them up. They exchange information. Opposite. I enjoy music. Sucks. Snapchat was banned. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Hey, Junior, just want to say happy late New Year's and Merry Christmas. Okay. Maybe. Reddit. How's your day? I love cats. She's doing amazing. Oh, so there's never even an establishment of age here for this girl. Okay, so she... okay. I mean, he should have asked. She should have made it clear. And he's saying that her age was set to like 18 in her profile. So, okay. All right. We got that. What is this? Okay, this is just more of them showing okay, yeah, we get it. Okay. I mean, is this it? What else is there to really do here? We've seen like all this stuff. Like, okay. What is this? I don't know, beach day. I guess she was in a bathing suit. Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you, bro. Like, okay. Okay. Is there anything else here? Like, do we have anything else? Because I feel like there's not. Okay. Is that it? The girl said that she put her age on Twitter at 18, even though she wasn't. Where does she say that? I don't see. Where is that? Because that'll just completely shit on her. Okay. Okay. She said she didn't want to get bullied for her age. So she set it to 1994 on her now banned Twitter account. Oh, okay. I mean, is there proof of that? That makes sense to me. I didn't lie about my age to any of you, not once during this whole thing. You are reaching to find any reason you hate me. I lied about my age while making an account for Twitter years ago. Oh, she kind of admits it. Sorry. Like, be for real. That tweet had no likes because I'm a normal human. I haven't said no. I want. Wait. So does she kind of admitting that she like the account? So it sounds like the original account she was talking to him on said that she was 18. Okay. All right. That's cool. Okay. Damn. Well, there's the dream accusations, guys. There you guys go. There you go. Okay. Listen, to end this off, here's what I want to say. Okay. There's obviously a conversation to have about, interactions with large content creators. But also there's a bigger conversation that needs to be had about Twitter actually making people think this. Because this girl thinks that what happened to her was grooming now because all these dumb fucks on Twitter. And this is why it's so important, especially as an older person on the internet, when you handle stories of stuff like this, you have to be really careful that you don't like shift the narrative and suggest to people that they're like victims in some capacity when they're not. Like if you really need to be careful about this stuff because we're over affirming. How many people are on TikTok pretending that they have like or like getting gaslit into thinking that they have like fucking ADHD and OCD? You know what I mean? Autism. There are people who think that they have autism now. Like it's crazy that we really are like perpetuating a victim complex, and it's not just it's like for people they're not even realizing it. You know. Realistically speaking, the worst case scenario would be if Dream actually did everything that she said, and it would be inappropriate. But it wouldn't be, like, predatory, because they're in the 4-year age gap. And that's a conversation about educating Dream to do better. And she still wouldn't have developed some kind of a trauma from talking to somebody through text. It would just be inappropriate. It would be a yuck moment for her. But it does sound like she was set to 18 originally. So her narrative isn't even true. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, man, it's crazy because anybody will believe any accusation against any content creator because there's enough people that hate somebody to like, oh my god, this is real. And like, I've even seen, listen, bro, it's just fucking nuts. I don't know. I also feel like we're getting to a point where like, the more and more I see this shit, the more and more I feel like people just shouldn't be covering these allegations as content creators. Everybody, not just like I'm talking about myself as well, because like I just feel like these go fucking ballistic. And I covered it because I feel like there are people who were covering it wrong and going like, oh, this is really bad. Oh, is it though? Why do you think that? You know what I mean? It's just fucking crazy, bro. Okay. Well, that was that. Everyone, thank you so much for watching, and a special shout out to all my Patreon patrons, my YouTube members, and my Twitch subs. If you'd like to learn how you can contribute even more than you already are by simply watching the video, you can check the links down below, which will unlock a special feature depending on the platform that you subscribe to, such as Patreon here that will get your name right here on this wall. Thank you so much, guys, again for watching, and have a good one.